Let's look at a real-life example of a problem that uses divisibility to come up with the solution. So we have a problem here that says Karen has to set up 40 chairs into rows of either 6 chairs per row or 8 chairs per row. How many chairs should be in each row, either 6 or 8, so that there are an equal number of chairs per row and none left over? So to solve this problem, we need to determine whether 40 chairs are divisible by 6 or by 8. And we can use pictures to help us visualize the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an X represent one chair. And I'm going to attempt to organize these 40 chairs first into rows of 6. And let's see if we can get all 40 chairs into rows of 6 chairs per row and see if we can have an equal number of chairs per row with none left over. So if I start with these X's being my chairs, let's say that this is the front here and this is going to be our first row of chairs. So we want 6 per row. So I'm going to do 6 chairs in my first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far I'm at 6. And then I'm going to do 6 more for my second row. So far I have 12 chairs. And then 6 more for my third row. And I'm at 18 so far. And then I've got now 4 rows of 6, so I'm at 24. And I need to get all the way up to 40. I'm trying to arrange 40 chairs. So I'm going to do another row of 6. So now I have 5 rows of 6, so I'm at 30 chairs. And I still have 6 more to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm at 6 rows of 6, which means I have 36 chairs all lined up. And I have a total of 40 chairs. So if I have 36 so far, 37, 38, 39, and 40. And I can see with a visual example right now that there are 4 extra chairs that do not fit into my rows of 6. So we know that 40 is not divisible by 6. When I divide 40 by 6, I end up with 6 rows and 4 remaining leftover chairs. Now let's attempt to arrange our 40 chairs in rows of 8 chairs per row. And again, we'll do this visually. So in our first row here, we'll start out with 8 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so far we're at 8 chairs, but we have a total of 40, so we know that we can make another row. So let's do a second row of 8 chairs. 6, 7, and 8. So now we've got 16 chairs set up, and we're going to set up another row, a third row of 8 chairs. So now we're at 24 chairs. We still have quite a few to go because we have 40 total. So let's do another row of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we now have 4 rows of 8 chairs per row, and we're up to a total of 32 chairs set up. Now let's see from 32 to 40 if all of the remaining chairs will fit into a nice even row. So we're at 32, so now we're going to set up our 33rd chair, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So we can stop there because we've used all 40 chairs and we've put them into rows of 8, and we can see that our 40 chairs fit evenly into 5 rows of 8 chairs each with no leftovers, no remainders. And so we can see that 40 is divisible by 8 because it gives us a whole number answer of 5 rows with no leftovers. So our answer to our problem is that Karen should set up the 40 chairs in rows of 8 chairs per row. She doesn't want to set them up in 6 chairs per row because then she would have those 4 leftovers. But if she sets up her 40 chairs in 8 chairs per row, she will get 5 exactly equal rows of 8 chairs per row. In solving this problem, we found an answer by creating pictures, which is very time-consuming, although it's a good exercise so that you can see visually what's happening with divisibility. But to speed up the process and to make it faster to solve, we could take this problem and simply do the division on the 2 situations of 6 and 8. So we could do the mathematical calculations of taking 40 and dividing 40 by 6, and then also dividing 40 by 8, and see which one of these division problems gives us a remainder and which one does not. So we could take 40 divided by 6 equals 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Subtract 36 from 40 to see that with the 6 we have a remainder of 4. So 40 is not divisible by 6 because there is a remainder. On the other hand, 40 divided by 8 equals 5. 5 times 8 equals 40. Subtract 40 from 40 to have a remainder of 0. And I can see here mathematically with my division problem that 40 is divisible by 8 because it has a whole number quotient with no remainder.